What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about the real names of other countries. So, apparently, every American is living a lie because we think that we know the names of a lot of the other countries out there, but I realized that that's just the English name, right? So the truth is, every country has a name that they call themselves, uh, probably in their own language, right? So that would be their real name, the name that they refer to themselves as. So today, I thought it'd be cool to finally learn some of the real names of a lot of the countries out there in the world. So let's take a look here, starting with China, the perfect example of a country that we talk about a lot here in the United States, actually. And it's not even called China, it's called Zhongao. Zhongao? I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Let's be honest. I'm probably not going to pronounce a lot of these absolutely correctly, but that's okay. I'm going to give it my best American attempt. It's not China, it's Zhongyao. I've never heard that name in my life. But obviously, if you're someone who lives like in China, or excuse me, Zhongyao, like this is the name of where you live, a very important, like influential country at that. So that's amazing that I've never even heard that before, ever. Like not even in like history class or what do we makes me really wonder like what we're teaching ourselves here in the US like in school. Like not even in history class or geography. Not once did I hear Zhongyao. Weird. Translates to Middle Kingdom. The name reflects the ancient Chinese worldview of being the center of civilization. Oh my god, this. You can name yourself after being the center of all civilization? Is that what that means? That's pretty bold. Makes me think that we could do a little better and we should be the United States of the universe or something, right? We're thinking too small. Okay. Um, Germany is Deutschland. I've heard that before. I've heard that before. That's the actual name of Germany? Cuz I've been confused about that. I almost thought I almost was pretty sure that was like a place in Germany. Sounds kind of stupid now. Like that was a city or something in Germany. That's Germany. And so I know the pronunciation. Deutschland, right? Maybe. That's probably not even perfect pronunciation, to be honest. Deutschland means land of the Germanic people in German. This name is used officially and colloquially within the country. It reflects Germany's historical roots. Right. Wow. Now I'm just wondering, like, what do people. If, if Germany is the English name for Deutschland, is that even fair to say? Is it the English name? Like, what do countries who don't speak German and don't speak English call Deutschland? We call it Germany. Like, what do French people call Germany? You know what I mean? Like, someone who doesn't speak English or German. Do they have their own? Like, what do Spanish speakers call Germany? Is there like a Spanish version? Is there just like a version a name for every country in every language? Probably, right? The more I think about this, I mean, maybe this all seems kind of obvious for a lot of people out there, sure. But I think it really demonstrates how here in the United States, we really only consider the world, our worldview is very American. It's very based on our experience. So, and maybe that's also a problem with like how we're raised, and the fact that we're not really exposed to a lot of other cultures here in the U.S. The Netherlands is Holland. I thought that was a football player. It is. Who went like super viral very recently in the World Cup here in the U.S. He's very known now. Holland, not just a beautiful Viking football player, but Holland is the Netherlands? This is actually getting confusing. Refers to only two of the provinces in the Netherlands. However, it's often used to refer to the whole country. The term itself is derived from the Dutch word meaning wooded land. So, is this what they call it in the Netherlands? You call it Holland, but that's only part of it? Then what's the other part? Or what's the whole thing? What? Is this even accurate? Spain. Spain isn't Spain? Spain is Espana. Espana. It's the Spanish name for Spain, otherwise known as the actual name for it's even this is written like in a funny way. Like that's the Spanish name, which would make it the correct name because Spanish people get to decide what their own country is called. So it's the real name of Spain. It's Espana. Espana, derived from the word Hispania, meaning land where metals are forged, used for centuries. These names are like hundreds or thousands of years old too. So I feel kind of bad that we like come in and give them a different name. It's kind of weird when you think about it. Why do we make like an English version of a name? Like why not just call it Espana? Why don't we just learn Espana or Deutschland and Holland and what was China? Zhongjiao. Why don't we just learn? Why don't we just go with that? Why do we gotta make up a new one? Because it's like too difficult for us? That's kind of stupid. Like what? Hmm. Do people around the world call the United States of America something else? Or do you refer to it as that? Like, do we have a different name in like Spanish? Do you call us something else? Now, maybe, probably, right? It has to apply to us too, right? Finland is actually Suomi? Never heard that in my life. I've definitely heard Deutschland, and I've even heard the name Holland, I think. Never heard of Suomi. It's ancient, and it's the Finnish people in their land. The origins of the name aren't even known. Really? Norway is Norge. I've actually heard that before. It's the Norwegian name for Norway. Norge, thought to mean the way north or the northern way. That is a very northern country. Sweden is Sverige? Sverige? Realm of the Swedes. That's actually pretty cool. Poland is Polska, from the tribe Polani, people of the field. Polska. Man, crazy. Things that you are, I don't even know how to describe it. Things that you think you know. Things that you're pretty sure, like, okay, I don't know everything, but I know the names of a lot of countries. Sweden, Poland. It's like, no, no, you actually don't know the names. You don't even that. Czech, Czechia? Where is this? Czech Republic. Oh, the Czech Republic is Czechia, but actually Česko, Česko, from a Slavic tribe. This is like doubly not what I thought. Czech Republic I've heard of. Huh. Um, Monaco I've heard. So, all right, I'll be really honest. Some of these countries I barely know as it is, and now I have to learn a different name. Monaco I've heard of is actually Monago, Monagu. That's so similar. A lot of these are similar. Why don't we just go with the actual why don't we go with the actual name? Why do we change it a little bit? Why do we even do that? Austria is actually Österreich. Eastern Realm. Österreich. Maybe it's because like English speakers have trouble pronouncing some of these. That's like too bad. Like we should just learn how to say it. It would make everything simpler. It's got to be annoying for a lot of countries because English is such a prevalent language in the world. It's like I feel bad. So many countries have to learn the English version of their own country just because there's a lot of English speakers. And it's like you don't even get to hear the name of your own country when English speakers talk about it, which is a lot of people in the world. So I feel kind of bad about that. We should just be calling it the real name, Österreich. We'd just probably be mispronouncing it all the time. I don't know what would be worse. Croatia is, oh boy, Ver, uh, Hrvatska, Vatska, Hrvatska. There's no, maybe this is what, maybe this is answering my question. This is why we don't, because I'm butchering it. Hungary is Magyarország. Mag Magyarország? Cool. Land of the Magyars. Albania is okay. I'm I'm starting to get why we don't try to do this. Squip Squiperia. Squiperia. Land of the Eagles. Montenegro is Krinagora. It's actually kind of catchy. Krinagora. Black Mountain. Georgia, which a lot of Americans confuse with the state of Georgia, but actually the country of Georgia is not even Georgia, and we wouldn't have that confusion if we called it Sakartvelo. Sakartvelo. Cool. Greece. Greece isn't Greece. Greece is Hellas. Greek for Helen. That's kind of cool. A lot of these are cool. Like now I'm coming back around. I don't care if we can't pronounce it. These are cool. Hey, Armenia is Hayastan. Hayastan. That's not even that hard. Turkey is Turkey. Turkey? Land of what's the difference? I don't know. Algeria is Al Jazeera. Not even that different. Why are we changing it? Egypt. Egypt is like one of those random places that Americans really like to travel to. Like at one point in our life, it's not random. You know, they have the pyramids and a lot of cool stuff. So a lot of Americans like dream of visiting Egypt. It's not Egypt. It's Misr. Misr. Misr? Hmm. I see. Since these are in different languages, the pronunciation is difficult, but if we started learning this as children, we'd probably get it pretty easily. Jordan is Al Urdun. Al Urdun. Morocco is Al Maghrib. India. India isn't India, it's Bharat. Bharat. I've never heard of that before. I'm just amazed because India, isn't that like the most populated country? And they have like over 1 billion people or something, I think. Is that true? Could that be true? Maybe. But it's one of the biggest countries, certainly population wise. And I've never, ever, ever once heard its real name. Bharat. Maldives, which I hardly have heard of to begin with, is actually Div Hive Hiverhi Raji. Diveri? No, I'm sorry. I apologize to the people of Maldives. D D Hivari Raji. Uh, I don't even know this country in the English version. Bhutan is Drukyul, land of the Thunder Dragon. That's kind of badass. I don't know you guys, but you're cool. Myanmar, I think I've heard of that. It's actually Burma. Thailand is Siam. Siam. What? Cambodia is Kampuchea. Look at Philippines is Latvimind. Lutviminda. Why is this hurting my mouth? Like I've never said some of these sounds in my whole life. I need practice. Malaysia is Malacca. Indonesia is Nusantara. New Zealand isn't New Zealand? I thought you speak English in New Zealand, but you speak maybe like the indigenous people of New Zealand, the Maori. This is maybe their language, and it's Aotearoa. Wow, New Zealand isn't New Zealand? Wow. Ireland isn't Ireland? Ireland is Ire? Erie? Ire? It's the Irish name for Ireland. No way. Wales is Cymru. Do British people do British people know about this? Well, these are part of Britain, but so yes. I don't even know what I'm saying. Scotland is Alba? Alba? I think what I'm saying is like in Ireland and Scotland, like you guys I thought speak English. You have a different accent, but you speak English. Is there like a Scottish language, like an Irish language that I know? You call it Alba? That's what I'm confused about. Portugal is Portus Cal. Belgium is Belgi. Belgi. Why did we change that? That's not even hard. Why did we change that? I don't know who changed it, by the way. I don't even know, like, because there's a lot of countries other than the United States that speak English, obviously. Who decided on all this? Luxembourg is Letzeburg. Switzerland is not Switzerland. It's Schweiz. Schweiz. Lithuania is Lietuva. Slovakia is Slovensko. Greenland. This is clearly like the indigenous or original inhabitants of especially some of these islands like New Zealand. This is the original names, for sure. Kalalit Nunat. Cyprus is Kypros. That's not even close. Wow. Russia? Russia isn't Russia. Russia is Kaivenrus. What? Palestine is Philistin. Afghanistan is Khorasan. These aren't even close. Syria is Syria. What? Why did we change that one? Oman is Uman. What? Lebanon is Lubnan. Some of these are truly baffling. Why on earth there? And then some of these are changed so much. Like Mauritania is Agawedge. Who? How? South Africa isn't. It's Azania. Bolivia is Colasio. Iran is Persia. I've heard of that one. Is that it? Okay. And that is it. Oh my God. Obviously, that's not every country in the entire world, but it's amazing. There's a lot of countries that, like, certainly all the countries that Americans are familiar with, we don't even know their names, which is crazy. There's a couple that we are, like Australia and the United Kingdom. Those are like English speaking, so those are the names. But a lot of these places that have different languages spoken have totally different names. And yeah, I think it's cool to just like to take some time and just respect that. Respect the fact that there's so many different languages and cultures, and you have names um, that we don't even bother to learn about. That's kind of weird. So this was cool. A little confusing, a little difficult for me as an English speaking American, but that was my best attempt. And yeah, a lot of these names are actually awesome, and I see no reason why we couldn't call you by your name, your preferred name. But I don't know who decided all that stuff, but anyway, this was cool. If you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts, especially if you're from any of these countries, your thoughts on your country's actual name. What do you want your country to be called? Or do you find it annoying that we don't refer to it like Germany as Deutschland or some of the what France wasn't here. What's France called? I don't they definitely missed some countries. Spain is Espana. Um yeah, it'd be cool to hear about this from like your point of view outside of the US because I can only see this from my point of view and I feel like we're doing something wrong. But anyway, if you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.